What's up, guys? This is Boondocks, and right now I'm going to talk about how to farm up Oxium. A question that was posed to me by one of my subscribers, Frost Phoenix. It's kind of funny, too, that one of my clan members also said that, hey man, I need some Oxium because I want to build Sonicore. And I had no idea how to actually farm it because I got it very passively. And the reason I got it so much passively is because it drops from these enemies called Oxium Osprey. Now, what the Oxium Osprey are, they're the Corpus flying units that will target you and then launch forward and explode. They also have very high armor, but no shield. So a lot of the times, people will have modded their weapons for fighting the shielded Corpus by putting on cold and possibly magnetism, or be using mag as the Warframe. And these Oxium Ospreys will show up and generally kind of wreck you. Now, when they launch forward and then explode, if they do go through their entire attack animation, they won't drop anything. But if you kill them anytime before they explode, they have a really high chance of dropping the Oxium. So, where can you make a bunch of these enemies spawn? Well, for starters, you can go to Pluto and go to the Cerberus mission. Now, it says defense right there because of New Loca, but if you look, the normal version is an intercept. Now, the problem with this is you're really going to need a group. The reason being, the map is huge, so it's really hard to cover all the points. What you're going to want to do is have a group, and as Oxium Osprey spawn, just the different group members can kill them, and then in between rounds you can rotate so that way you can pick up all the Oxium. Now, the reason this place is good is because it's a much higher Corpus difficulty. In fact, it's the highest Corpus difficulty, so the Oxium Osprey will have the highest chance of spawning. And of course, if you have 4 members in an intercept mission, more enemies will spawn faster, and therefore you get more kills. So I definitely recommend going there if you have a group to put together. Another amazing location for a group, and this is how I actually got all my Oxium, is the Excavation at Triton on Neptune. So the reason the Excavation is pretty good is a lot of people do this for core farming. If you look, it's saying that there's 3 open squads right now, and chances are they're at Triton for both core and key farming. Basically, any enemies here have a chance of spawning as Oxium Ospreys, and you can kill them. Meanwhile, as you're doing the Excavation mission, you're also getting all your cryotic, which is kind of pointless because of how little of it's used in the game, but you're also going to be getting cores and keys. So by the time you finish the mission, you should have 2 or 3 tower keys, which will be tower 2 and 3, and you'll have probably 10 to 15 fusion cores. Additionally, a bunch of Oxium Ospreys would have spawned, and assuming your team killed them efficiently, you should have a fair amount of Oxium. Outside of that, the other thing you could do is further mobile defense missions, or pretty much any mission that has Corpus. Even the low-level Jupiter Corpus missions, where the Oxium Ospreys won't spawn. However, if you run through and you break open every crate and open every container, there's a really good chance that you're going to farm up a decent amount of Oxium. For instance, I recently did a 15-minute survival just because I wanted both the key and I needed a bunch of salvage because I built a bunch of things that required salvage. So I did this, and I broke open all the containers looking for the salvage, and along the way, I farmed up about 160 Oxium. Now, that's not a huge amount, but for a lower-level player that can't go and do the level 30 missions because you don't have strong enough weapons and mods, well, you should still be able to do Jupiter and break open all the containers. Now, I got 160, but that's because, if you look, I do have a resource booster. If you can't afford a resource booster, then you'll probably get about 70 to 80 per run, which still isn't that bad. And the fact that you do need to break open all the containers is a little bit tedious, so I do recommend survival because by the time you break open all those containers just running around, you'll have probably spent 10 to 15 minutes there anyway, and then you could just get your reward. Otherwise, if you're a little bit quicker, go with the capture mission, and you can run through really fast, get the target, and then break open all the containers to your heart's content, and you do have a chance at getting that Oxium. Even though it's not listed here as a drop, they do drop from containers. So, give it a shot, guys. And until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.